Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're doing well. And welcome to a incredibly windswept Newcastle International Airport. For those who don't know who I am, I'm Mark. My pleasure to while away the afternoon with a few planes. Hope you're staying safe and out of harm's way. Pretty darn windy here, as you'd expect. Storm Éowyn is the Éowyn is the big storm in town. But so far so good, really. The action at Newcastle this morning has been pretty thin in the extreme, which is why we didn't stream earlier. But more on that, what you've missed and all the rest of it in a bit. Grateful if somebody could just confirm that sound is okay. It's quite tricky to get a feel for your own sound at the minute. So I'll pick that one up from the bottom of the chat and then we'll do some hellos. Excuse me. It looks like our much delayed Jet2 Holidays 737 departure to Tenerife is on the move. Right, bottom up. Thank you, Gemma Hutchinson at Dr. Kersey, JB85, and anybody else who's pitched in on sound. Really appreciated. I've got headset on, but obviously with the wind billowing in the background, just wanted to check I got it in the right place. So I've been down here all morning as it goes, filming a few departures, and it is a few departures because for the most part there's been very little happening, but I thought I'll film what there is, see what turns up and go from there. So it's quite a relief actually to switch the stream on now. It's only going to be a short one, so we'll be on air till probably about 2:15, I guess. All depends on when the action tails off, but it will be somewhere around there. So I'm going to try and say some hellos to the chat as we go. Crikey, here we go. From the top, who can I see in the... Oh, these are early birds. So I hope you're still with us, Deborah Speller. Big wave from Mark if you are. DB Bassman, hello buddy. Yeah, I was struck by the fact that Ryanair seemed to be about the last airline to cancel their flights. I think they had one that diverted to Stansted, is that correct? I was loosely tracking things on the phone for a bit, but then I realised I needed to conserve electricity. So let's have a look. Jonathan McD, I know that's again another oldish message, but hello to you, sir. Dr. Kersey, hello to you. The beauty of this spot is that there is no big trees nearby or anything, you know, it's likely to come flying down at me, so this is quite good here. Hi Caroline, Martin Cochrane, Mikey. Ah, that's the one, Mikey, the Bratislava one. #1 flight track in the world, 2 attempts, and that's the one that went Stansted. Yeah, everything after that was Ryanair joined the cancellation club, didn't it? Wind speeds here none too shabby. We'll do weather in a minute, but last I looked, the gusts were pushing into the 70s. Camera's been over once today, but that was as much to do with my negligence. I got blasé about the general strength of the wind, and then a really strong one came. Good afternoon, Rob H. How you doing, buddy? A very scary North Lanarkshire. I bet, my friend, I think I had a close shave, didn't I, in terms of my travel plans. And you're one of the folks I have to thank for that. I mean, in the end, there was no planes anyway, but Gordon Bennett, everybody in Scotland, and I believe Northern Ireland, you are definitely in my thoughts. Now, I've only seen one landing today. KLM brought their E195 E2 in. That didn't look anything particularly extravagant on landing. The takeoffs have definitely looked interesting. We'll see how this one goes. There's been nothing that's left here, I don't think, for about 2.5 hours. Feels longer. Hi to H Dot. How you doing, H Dot? You're dead right, Rab. I would not be out up there. I'm grateful for small mercies. It's a leery day here, but it's nowhere near as terrifying as you good people in Scotland are facing. Cabo Taxi, how you doing? Oh, we're rolling. Right, see what it does. It's all about the timing, really, with the gusts. Sorry about that, team. Cable came out. Quick modification needed. Oh, tricky start. I thought I got enough slack on the HDMI, but clearly not. Right, on cue, it's starting to rain. Hi to Gary Fleming and Andrew McInnes. How you doing? Hope you're both staying safe. Hi to Nick Gray. Hello, Abby Garvey. What's it doing in Aberdeen, I wonder? Thanks, Rob H. Crazy man. Not as crazy as you think. I think I'd have definitely been certifiable if for some reason I had proceeded to Edinburgh. Even with the best plan B in the world. So, hi to Mike Wild, Janine K, Paul Clark, Anonymous 24/7. Hi to Ewan Jarrow. Hello to Neil Russell Hubbard. How you doing? And a big hello to Lloyd Bell. Tell you what we've got. I don't know if you can see it in the shot. Yeah, you can. That rainbow has been a permanent feature of the morning. Permanent feature. Right, I've caught up with the sound checks. Hi to Scottish Linda. How you doing? And Hammy is in the house. Big wave from Mark. Hello to Scottish content creators. And Dopey Gorp. So you're heading back into the office. Blinking heck. Stay safe, my friend. I don't think it's a great day to be on the road, is it? Now, our first landing shouldn't be far away, so I'll just get to the bottom of the chat. Is Eliz Butnick, hello to you. Ellie's buttock, sorry, Elez. I try hard. Came up short. Hello to Yorkshire Biker. Keith Winning, hello to you, sir. Oops. Abby Garvey's got 40 knots gusts at the minute. Larry. And Terry the artist is in the house. Can't get my words out. I've not spoken to a soul all morning. Right, I think that's me caught up with the chat. Right, I'm just going to pan over my left shoulder and just double check that cable isn't... No, I'm still not happy with that. I deliberately didn't set the broadcast up stuff until not long before I went live. I thought to myself, if it rains, it might be a nuisance. Right, let's just try this. Yeah, we're good. So there's our friend the windsock. Let's just lock there, shall we? Just for the moment. Steve Marchant is in the house. Hello to you. Janine K, I hope you don't have to fly back on a day like today. That's for sure. It's definitely Larry. So at the minute there is only 2 Chewy 737s on the deck. Nothing else here. It's all about the incoming. Thank you, Cabo Taxi. Our inbound plane is the Ryanair 737 from Faro on finals. I haven't quite got visual on it yet, but I can see on flight radar it's crossing the coast. So we'll get onto that in a jiff. Be interesting to see how it goes. So runway 25 in action today. So basically that away. Planes coming in over the North Sea. So it's going to be right interesting what we get. So let's just have a look. At the minute the crosswind is around 13 knots, headwinds at around 47 knots, so I think it's the strength of gust that's going to create a handful. Ooh, Cabo Taxi, wouldn't that be a bit nifty if we got the NATO A330 tanker coming through here on its way somewhere else? I'll be up for that. What kind of height's it got? Oh, it's just passing Berwick now, I see. Off to Cologne, track number 8 in the world. But that's a very lofty 39,000 feet, so I don't think we're going to be graced with a visit. Right, I can just about see the inbound Ryanair 737. So the inbound plane is actually due in at 12:50, so it's made a little bit of time. Don't know what the weather's doing in Faro at the minute, but I'm fairly certain it's going to contrast fairly starkly with Newcastle and the UK more generally. We won't try and grab it just yet. Whee! Come on. So I'll put it back onto auto. No, not much fancying that. So, we have a toga emoji on the suite. They're mainly Edinburgh emojis, to be fair. But here's our first toga. Be a straight overfly that. See if I can get any of him on the way round. Now I'm getting some rain. Messer 840. I think it's possibly going to be a bit breezy. Could be quite a good day to get your washing out. Assuming it's not going to rain. How you doing anyway? So lots of toga emoji action, I see. Good stuff. Rob H, Gary Fleming, Janine K, Yorkshire Biker, Keith Winning, HGC. Hi HGC, I don't think I've said hello. So I think we have, I better check it's actually left, but I'm sure we have KLM, or should I say Eastern Airways, due in around Nowski. So a warm welcome to anyone that has just joined the show. We've had the first toga of our afternoon matinee performance here from Newcastle International Airport. If you're new to the show, I'm Mark. My pleasure to be sharing the planes with you on this pretty hostile day. Storm Éowyn is definitely going to be filling the news headlines tonight, I think. As you can see from the windsock, it's giving it plenty. Spotting with rain at the minute. I might have to put the bag on the camera, but at the minute I prefer not to go down that road if I can. Gentle plea on likes, of course. If we get early likes on the board, that goes a long way. Okay, next inbound is another Ryanair from Dublin, due in at 12:56. So not too long on that one. If I see it now, it's just to the left of Durham. I think the resting up shot is definitely this one. So let's just stick there for the minute. Sadly no bizjet action in the show. There was one listed to come in from Paris at around 12:15, but they did the sensible thing and didn't come. All right, Scottish Linda. Buzz turned away from Glasgow. You never know, we might pick it up, but I'm just thinking that earlier Ryanair divert from Edinburgh went all the way to Stansted, didn't it? So things are a bit bouncy here. Boy, I can hear a serious growl. Can you hear it? That'll be the Delta Airlines A330 from Amsterdam to Orlando. There's a little bit of blue sky above me, but it's not worth trying to find it. Sky's moving too fast. Hi to Nathan Richardson. Fun and games today. You're not kidding. Got an interesting hour and a half thereabouts of aviation action. We'll be finished around 2:20, I would imagine. The action runs out. Lowlander, hello to you, my friend. How you doing? Hammy, I can only hope that your tartan thong has blown off the washing line and into the bin. What an appalling image. Lynn Derrimines, how are you doing, Lynn? Hope you're keeping well. God bless you, Janine K. I've just seen the super chat you've dropped in the chat. The super chat in the chat. My brain is on slow time. Let's do some fireworks in a second. Right, Janine. Here's your fireworks. Oh, hang on a minute, I haven't set them up. I'll do them now very quickly. So that one. Right, here's Janine K's fireworks. Keeping fairly short and sweet. It's the wind is just itching to rip the lid off the box and fling it over the hedge. Hello to Lucky 7. Hope you're keeping well. So, next action for us is, as Lucky 7 has called it in the chat, we've got a Ryanair 737 inbound from Faro. Already had one attempt. Shortly to be giving it another. And then it'll be followed in by a sister aircraft, the Ryanair Dublin flight, tracked at number 4 worldwide. The Toga Ryanair currently tracked by 4,676 people. Good golly, Miss Molly. To get half of that here would be mind-blowing. Right, back to the chat. Hi to Jollyman77. Yeah, I'll be gone by 3:30, whether they make it or not. Hi to Ads. Jonathan Young, hello to you. Happy Friday. And hi to David. Good afternoon, Carl Shield in Dublin. What's the weather like there, Carl? Are you very much in Storm Éowyn as well? Éowyn, should I say. And hi to Sam Walker. Right, so I probably should get the drums rolling. I think I might record this. Probably should, just in case. Keith winning. You'll probably get somebody else's trampoline come over your fence. No need to splash out. Okay, so we wait patiently. Bases are loaded as our inbound Ryanair 737 has another go. The aircraft itself. Echo India, Echo Kilo Sierra, 14 years of age. Currently at just over 3,000 feet. According to my flight radar, it's just crossing the coast at the minute. Sam Walker, I'm absolutely perished. I really should have found even more things. I've been out on colder days, but I should have come out with more things to wear, really. Still got no visual on the inbound 737. Oh, thanks Yorkshire Biker. Yeah, please folks, please do drop us a like. Goes a long way, especially when we're live. Right, I've got eyes on the plane. Let's see if I can get you guys and girls closer to it. In fact, let's get record on first. I can see it and it's gone. Let's just sit tight for a minute. Hi to Jack Rolls Aviation. How you doing, pal? Well, the inbound plane is now number one tracked on Flight Radar 24, now tracked by 5,692 people. 100 likes are up. Thank you, folks. That is absolutely cosmic. Brilliant. And if you're yet to drop us a like, please do. Honestly, it goes such a long way. Right, this plane feels like it's treading water. Currently at 2,400 feet. I'm not convinced he's going to come in. Nah. Tell you what, folks, that wind is getting up. It's starting to knock me about a bit now. I'll have to let him go. Okay, so not sure what Ryanair's standard procedures will dictate now, whether they're off somewhere else or whether they'll give it a third attempt. Good afternoon, there's Donaldson and James. Thanks, Sam Walker. 2 attempts, so that might be the last we've seen of that. Of course, their sister aircraft is killing time at the minute, inbound from Dublin, number 3 tracked in the world. I'm going to guess that is going to move up the batting order to number 2. Maybe it's even number 1, given the fact it's going to be testing its landing capabilities out any minute now. Hi to Paul Smith. So a very warm welcome to anybody that is in the show that I've not said hi to. Hope all is good. As good as it can be really when you're being absolutely battered by the kind of winds that we're facing in the UK and Ireland at the minute. Not sure where it's due to go next, whether Holland will be picking up some of this. One of our superstar moderators, Nell W, is on a ferry tomorrow to Newcastle, so she's very much going to be testing her sea legs over with the sun for the day. Right, back to the chat. Good afternoon, Rob's Aviation. How you doing? Right, thanks Nick Gray. So not great news for our Norwegian cousins. Storm Éowyn heading that way. Maybe it'll lose a bit of its zip. Well, it looks very much like the Ryanair that has gone around twice is going to have another go. Now, not just number one tracked worldwide on Flight Radar 24, but tracked by an amazing 7,288 people. Absolutely crackers. Tell you what, I'm glad I'm not on board. Thing is, the conditions aren't supposed to slacken for some time yet, so just looking at the Met Office forecast, wind speeds at around 40 mile an hour, gusting at 79 mile an hour at the minute. It's leery stuff. Yeah, so the inbound Dublin flight has now moved up from number 3 tracked worldwide to number 2. Good afternoon, Keith Cornell. How you doing? And Audrey McDonald. It's a good point you make, Hammy, about planes that are flying at the minute. I mean, Ryanair surprised me by taking as long as they did to cancel their Edinburgh flights. Pretty much everybody else had done so, and the writing was on the wall with the weather forecast, so... I mean, don't get me wrong, your heart always goes out to anybody that's travelling that is inconvenienced, but they're probably going to get inconvenienced anyway, and if not inconvenienced, probably terrified if they are a nervous flyer or didn't know they were previously a nervous flyer. Kev P, how are you doing? You're near Birmingham. Windy there too. Thank you so much for your kind words, and thanks for subscribing. And of course, anybody else that has subscribed today, thank you so much for giving us a whirl. Right, I can't quite see the inbound plane. Looks like, what's going on here? I think the Faro flight is going to have another go first. Let's have a look, unless my flight radar's goofing me. Because the Dublin flight is killing time at 7,000 feet. Yeah, I guess it must be getting towards a fuel emergency kind of territory. Good, excuse me. Good afternoon, Ross McLeod. How are you doing? Yeah, Ross, I'm thinking certainly Mrs. PSA would probably say that's the last time I'm flying. She's a reluctant flyer anyway, but all sounds very hairy. I mean, I suppose the thing that you have to be reassured by, and it's a serious point at the end of the day, is that the boys and girls that fly these crates are bloody good at what they do. Oh my lord, I'm just looking over my shoulder. I may have to reach for the camera bag. The world's blackest clouds. Well, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but I guess it's all relative. It could well slam it down here in the next 5 minutes. Mostly it's passing to the left of me, but they're rain-bearing clouds. I can hear the Dublin 737 going overhead. In fact, I might be able to get you a piece of it. Get on quick. I'll have to give up. The sun is right in my eyes. Let me try. Cool. I can see all bright colours now. It is strange, Lloyd. Well, as you can imagine, with the high wind speeds, the sky is churning over like nobody's business. But these dark clouds kind of go in the opposite direction to the forecast. It's supposed to be a blue sky by the time we finish at just after 2 o'clock. So our top wind speed at the minute, according to METAR, is 48 knots. Mostly headwind at that. Very marginal crosswind component now as the wind transitions from southwesterly to west southwesterly. So I think after this storm, is it not Storm Floris? I believe that's the F storm. Éowyn, Floris, not sure what H is. I'm sure we'll get to find out sooner rather than later. That's an interesting angle, Rob's Aviation. The Ryanair from Faro looks like it wants to divert. Tell you what, I don't think I'd be very happy with that if I was on board. It's kind of like they're doing a dance. The Faro flight still at 6,000 feet. Oh, hang on. Just there. That's me out of elevation. I'll have to wait until it gets a little bit behind me. See if I can pick a bit of it up. Come to Daddy. kind of want to break into song. When will I see you again? But that's the only the only New Year's resolution that I've managed to keep so far, not to sing on shows. Yeah, looking at the Faro flight, 8,800 feet at the minute. Certainly neither Ryanair captain fancies the landing prospects at the minute. Hello to Paul's Hijinks. So the remaining Ryanair 737, the Dublin flight, still seems to be loitering, doing pretty little etch-a-sketches, just over 7,000 feet. Oh, there it is. Found the cloud. Oh, nice one, Hammy. I was wondering about the Eastern Airways inbound, which is a KLM wet lease for those that are unfamiliar with that one. We've also got Jet2 inbound from Krakow. That's number 4 tracked worldwide. So Newcastle seems to be doing well on that side of things. So it's like Jet2 will come in before Eastern have a go. Oh, firework moment. Let's get that lid off. Audrey McDonald has hit 21 months with the channel. One of our founder members. Audrey, thanks for your support. Good afternoon, Linda Cooper. How you doing, Linda? Hope you are indoors, staying nice and safe. Something's chirping up. Oh, Jim33, thank you so much for your kind Ko-fi donation. We'll get some fireworks on for you. So let's do that now. Okay, bearing down on the next action then. Ryanair still doing circuits. Excuse me folks, I'm just having a quick check around the kit. Okay, so welcome and good afternoon if you've just joined us. Bit of a pause in action, but I think Ryanair are probably going to provide it inbound from Dublin, although that's still doing circuits at 7,000 feet, so it ain't gonna be that. Behind them we have Jet2, currently just out over the North Sea, doing a shade over 5,500 feet. Good afternoon, Simon E. Kind of weird. We've got that sky now that you get on The Simpsons. The Simpsons. Back to the charts. Good afternoon, James Curtis. Hey, how you doing? Teesside closed, light aircraft blown into the grass. I am not one bit surprised. I might have been surprised this morning. Just look at that windsock. Got more vigour than a bit. Trevor Russell is in the show. How you doing, Trevor? Please tell me you are watching this at home. You're not out and about. So this will be the Ryanair Faro flight. Jeez. I nearly got blown through the tripod. I was smacking the back of the shoulder blades. That's all I can get elevation wise, I think. getting a bit tricky. I think we're done there for the minute. Oh, I see more kindness in the chat. Keith Winning, thanks so much, buddy. Deserves a coffee. I will comply entirely with that. Keith, thank you so much, mate. I think I'll have to do something. I've kind of got the shakes, you know, when you get cold, that kind of thing. Hello to Modern Rail Video. How you doing, Modern Rail Video? Right. Next action shaping up. Or is it? Yes, I think it is. The Jet2 captain, I think, has decided to give it a go. On to final approach. Although, still looks fairly high. No, descending. 3,850 feet. Jet2 are giving it a whirl. The aircraft itself, track number 2 worldwide at the minute. Keith Cornell, keep us posted on that chipmunk flight. And as always, folks, that gentle plea on likes helps keep me warm down here at the airport. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, just like likes, it's entirely free. So, plus you can say hi in the chat, which is nice. Look at that windsock go. Right. Can see the inbound Jet2. I'm just going to get ready, better get set up to record. The wind is definitely getting stronger, definitely. Good afternoon to Alan Lenny from a breezy, master of the understatement, Edinburgh. Simon E, thank you so much for your very kind coffee. We'll do fireworks in a minute, actually. And somebody has gifted us 5 memberships. Oh, Steve Marchant, God love you. Great friends to the channel that you are. Awesome support. Who got them? Have I got time to see it? Deborah Speller, Paddy Murphy, Jeff Williams, Sandra Pollock and Lauren Kelly. Welcome aboard. Right, let's see if we can get any of this. Still a fair way out. Just trying to get a clean focus. It's proving tricky. There you go. So fireworks for Steve Marchant. Simon E. And Keith Winning. Thank you, all three. So, Eastern are in next with their Embraer 190 standard. Well done, the flight deck. Right. We'll get ready for the next one. 200 likes are up. Thank you, folks. Thanks, Yorkshire Biker, for alerting me. And Hammy, thank you so much, buddy. We'll do your fireworks in a minute. Thank you for supporting us with a generous Ko-fi donation. Oh, almost breathless. I'm not quite keeping up with the tracking here. You just can't let go of the camera or the tripod for too long at all. Right, I see we've got another inbound. Which of the Ryanairs is it? It's the Dublin flight. Right, I'm just going to line us up. Hammy's fireworks. Thank you, Hammy. Thank you, H. Thank you, H. Stock. Dot. Words sticking on my lips. Dear me. Nah. Bugged out. Bye-zy bye. That's a divert, surely. Can't even see him for the sun. Sorry, team. It's too much. Too much sun. It seems paradoxical. We'd have any sun. Ooh, new member alerts. Let's see who that is. Sue Corder. Sue, if I said your name right, welcome to the PSA Crew Lounge. Absolutely fantastic to have you with us. And that can only mean one thing, firework time. So, Sue, just bear with me. I've managed to drop my pen in the mud, and I always like to put these things in the pocketbook. It's just so unforgiving here today. It's Sue's fireworks. Thank you, Sue. Right. Scottish Linda. Good grief. £30. You're too generous. God, I love you. Thank you, Linda. Let's do the fireworks now, because you have to pick your moments. You literally get the feeling the wind is going to snatch something away from you. Oh, I've dropped my pen again. There's got to be a better way. It's a quagmire. In all that excitement, I'm not sure whether I did Linda's fireworks. I don't think I did. Right, so just in case, Scottish Linda, here's your fireworks. Thank you, Lucky 7. Jet2 from Prague, 20 minutes out, 16 minutes out now then. I'm a bit behind on the old messages. Bill's Fan 2000, hello to you. Wind is blowing hard, yet the windmill in the distance is not turning. I wonder if it's a bit like wind turbines, where they shut them down when the wind is expected to get excessive. Oh, thanks, Sue. I said your name right. I haven't got a great track record. I try earnestly. I think my flight radar is utterly frozen, or Ryanair have drawn too many wavy lines on it. So Eastern Airways inbound from Farnborough, number 2 tracked worldwide. I'm guessing this is the aircraft that is collecting Newcastle United later today. So we'll just get ourselves lined up ready. Still a twinkle. What do you reckon, folks? Gonna fancy it? easy. Not. Just made it look easy. And that'll be one very light Embraer 190. Rab H, thank you so much, buddy, for your very generous Ko-fi donation. £10 to the cause. Oops, this plane's getting away from me. As it makes a left for the BizJet Park. I hope Newcastle United players and training staff are not watching all the aviation streams that abound today. So Rab's fireworks, here we go. Thank you, Rab. So let's say some hellos. They'll say, hey! See what I mean? Take your hand off anything and chaos is never far away. Sarah M, how you doing? Jet2, hello to you. Oh dear, it's got the old ticker pounding, that has. Gary Poyle, good afternoon, Gary, and Jack Macklin, hello to you. Eee. Right, what looks to be next? It is that Jet2 inbound from Prague, isn't it? Number 3 tracked worldwide. Currently watched by 5,756 people. The aircraft itself departed somewhere a little over 2 hours ago, 737-800. Currently arcing around just off the coast of Whitley Bay, so should be with us in small minutes. Oh, it's another hello. I need to say Lord Rob H, hello to you, and UK 9876. In fact, I think the next arrival after that is going to be a Jet2. Jet2 holidays get to go first, followed by jet2.com. So, good afternoon and welcome. If you've recently joined the show, welcome to an exceptionally windy Newcastle. Not on the scale of Scotland, but I think it's the windiest stream I can remember this year. So yeah, looks, picking up the thread from the chat, it looks like the captain on the Ryanair that has tried but failed to get in at Newcastle is looking for somewhere new. Where did the other one end up? That's a Dublin Ryanair. Where did the Faro one go? Hey. See what I mean? You can't take your hands off to blow your nose. Thank you, Jet2, Gatwick. Cool, that's going to be a bit of a nuisance. Guess they're going to sit it out on the ground for a bit. Then try and come back later. F-Wood, got your message as well. Thank you for letting me know with the Faro flight. All roads lead to Gatwick, apparently. So our next arrival is now crossing the coast, that inbound Prague flight. I've not got visual on it yet, so I'll leave the camera where it is. Probably safer in these conditions. Tell you what, the servers at Flight Radar 24 must be melting. If this is number 2 tracked worldwide with 8,316, well, of course that Ryanair is a lot more, 11,140, so I suppose it's all relative. See you later, Keith Cornell, and good afternoon to Britannia 079. 300 likes are up, says Gary Fleming. That is awesome. Let's just put a peal of fireworks on for that. Thank you, folks. Right, I've got eyes on with the inbound Jet2. I'll try and task the camera in a minute. It's currently at 3,250 feet. Lined up for final approach. What do you reckon, folks? Is this aircraft going to maintain Jet2's 100% record during the show? Good afternoon, Barrington Christian. How you doing? DMC 22. Hello to you in Texas, USA. Just in time to see Jet2 Holidays. See if they can get the rubber down on their inbound from Prague. It's a good question you raise, Britannia 079, and I'll be eternally grateful if anyone knows the answer to that with authority. I have to say, I got the feeling that the planes that have landed caught the moment. You know, you get those severe gusts that come out of nowhere. I think there's an element of lottery, but there's bound to be some element of operating procedure at the back of it. Right, I think we can get on it. Well, in a fashion. just not offering up much of a target at the minute. Well, Jet2 remains in the box seat. Is that 3 out of 3? Not bad. Ooh, El Zorro Eterno. Long time no see, buddy. Thank you so much. £5 to the cause. Great plane spotting in very windy conditions. Thank you for the live stream. Honestly, my friend, it's a pleasure. I'm relieved that we managed to share some of the action with you all and do it with a reasonable margin of safety. But definitely better watched from home rather than down at the airport. It's a bit tasty. Not to put too fine a point on it. So we'll do El Zorro's fireworks in a second. In fact, try it now. I think the wind is just giving me a breather. It's back. So, another Jet2 to follow this one. The inbound aircraft at Jet2.com, the silver fuselage, inbound from Malaga. We'll go to that in a jiffy. Good afternoon, Kevin Close. Welcome to Newcastle International Airport on this incredibly windy Friday. Hammy, that is incredibly generous, mate. Just seen your very kind post. Over 1,000 watching. I'm a bit behind now, must be. Thank you, Rab H. Thank you, everybody. Moderators, viewers. Right, here we go. Here's the next one. Because I think at some point we're going to run out of planes. So let's get ready for the inbound. Well, we got it. We had it. You just got to surf that wave. There we go. Just can't get it clean. Can now. Sorry about that, team. Well done, the flight deck. Good afternoon, Richard Welsh. How you doing, Richard? I fancied that was going to be a go around, to be honest. Good afternoon, political bias. Sorry, Rab, Gary, you only get so many seconds. Basically, I have to hit the replay button 20 seconds after the event, otherwise it kind of overwrites itself. So it's a handy tool. And normally I would have just done that, or more often than not, but just don't let go of the camera. So we've got a Jet2 pushed and turned over on the far side, I think. Good afternoon to Bing Chillingiza. I'm not chilling, I'm chilly. And not the hot variety either. Hammy, I'd be amazed if you get your Amazon delivery today. Yeah, Les, definitely that looks stick on for a go around, didn't it? Pilot weren't having it. So what do we make that? Is it Jet2, 3, Ryanair, nil? Of course, each approach is its own thing as well. Hi Stephen C. Sadly no, I couldn't applaud him. I got one hand wrapped around the tripod. As you can see from that windsock, it's still going plenty. I guess it's gonna for the rest of the day. I think tomorrow might be a better forecast. Yeah, these winds start to taper off around 5 o'clock from what I can see, but taper being a relative term, they look like they're going to be 50 mile an hour until gone 9 o'clock tonight. Oops, what's that noise mean? Just excuse me a minute, just got some kind of bleepy noise that... Oh, hang on, I know what it is. Okay, let's take stock of what's left, because I had the idea we'd be out of planes by about 2:15. Don't really want to just stream empty tarmac. Okay. I think we're out of landings. The next landing will be in about an hour's time. $400 likes are up. Let's do fireworks for that. Thanks Gary Fleming for alerting me. Thank you everybody that gave us a like. Beautiful. Ooh, I've missed a super. I see here from Alessandro Putsu. Thank you so much, Alexandro, sorry. My face is frozen, even with the balaclava. We'll do the fireworks in a minute. Fireworks for you, Alexandro. Here we go. Hammy, you are a superstar. Thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships to the channel. Who got them? That would be the question. So let's do the fireworks first. Thank you, Hammy. Great support. And they went to Lord Rob H, Lord Stuart McCracken, Kevin Stanhope, Steve K, And Jamie Haddon, awesome stuff. How goes it, Linda Cooper? Just seen your comment about the Ryanair from Dublin passing Manchester. Maybe trying Birmingham. I think it's pretty leery everywhere, is it not? Right, so let's just see what the departure board is going to look like. Eastern Airways should be returning to Amsterdam at 2:05. It's 2:10 now, so how's that working out, team? Mighty, I can well believe that we are doing a lot better than Edinburgh. They don't give those red warnings out for nothing, do they? They really don't. I'll tell you what, fencing and roofing contractors are going to be absolutely knocking it out, aren't they? Hey. Yeah, I think we'll stay for the Eastern Airways departure because that's imminent, and I reckon that might be the final plane of the show. We'll see how we do. Don't worry team, I'm still here. Just taking stock of my various portable devices, just working out what power I've got left. A random fact that I did pick up when I was prepping for what I thought was going to be the Edinburgh stream as it goes is that I think this might be the highest ever recorded gust of wind in the UK. March 1986 at the summit of the Cairngorms. Well, didn't say which summit, but I'm guessing Ben Nevis, but who knows. A wind gust of 173 mile an hour was recorded. I'm thinking, geez, I don't think you could stay stood up, could you, in those kind of conditions? Well, I think, looking at this, that we've got nothing transponding. Nothing's due in till 3 o'clock, is it? 45 minutes or so. We'll give Eastern another 5 minutes or so to see if they shake a leg for their departure. If they don't, I think we'll call it at that team. Not really a big fan of streaming no action. Back to the chat. Hello, M196. Sorry, 1961 Lee. My brain is shot. And also hi to Russell Annetts. Hello to you. Lucy Young, of course. I ain't got an awful lot of it, but how's that? Thank you, Linda Cooper. All the fours, 444 likes. Awesome stuff, team. Hi to John Kenneth Williams. In good shape, mate, but I'm bone cold. Mind you, it's a happy kind of bone cold. Hi Carol Ann, no worries, no worries. As long as you have got refreshments to hand. Thanks, Sammy. I know you love us. Hello Jeb K, J21, how you doing? Ah, got you Lucy, got you. Let's just drop down a little bit then. This is where we all have to play which one's Lucy's boyfriend. Thank you, Steve Marchant. We'll definitely hang on for the Eastern, and then if that gets us near enough to the inbound Ryanair, and I've got enough juice, we'll finish with the Ryanair arrival. So, good afternoon to Adnan Ramzan, 98. No EK36 today, my friend. Cancelled. Oh, Hammy, you didn't get tortured for 17 months, but sorry, I must have missed your 17-month firework moment. You've been a great friend to us. Here they are. Hey, did somebody lose their hat coming down the stairs then? Oops. Hammy, I'm not sure Les cares, mate. He's trying to cheer you up a bit. Yeah, well done, Les. Yeah, Russell, it is nippy. It's not cold in the scheme of cold. I've stood out in colder days, this winter. But it's 6 degrees according to the Met Office. Feels like -1. I think it's probably the aggregation of time. I got to this spot about 8 o'clock this morning or just afterwards, so I think it's just being out for a long time on a cold windy day. Good afternoon, Geordie Prepper. It is windy in the tune. Makes you wonder how excited Newcastle United are going to be flying today on this. Saying that, pilot made a great job of putting it down. DB Bassman, I'm not sure about that. Have I missed something? 17 months, I've missed yours as well, have I? DB, another great friend to the channel. Here we go. I'm not seeing them on my screen for some reason. See what the windsock is up to. Same as before. Never mind, Rab. Get to it in the end. Proving quite tricky today. I'm literally stood on what can only be described as a porridge of mud. So I'm trying to avoid slipping over, trying to stop the tripod from pitching up. It's all good fun. So Meta have our peak wind gust at 58 knots at the minute. It's showing 36 to 58 knots range, so pretty much line astern with the orientation of the runway. The actual crosswind component is actually relatively modest at 3 to 5 knots. Dazzler P, hello to you. Can I give your friend Philip Harvey a shout out? Hi to Philip Harvey. Hope you're doing well, Philip. DB, thank you, my friend. So if you posted it before it went live, it doesn't make it invalid, but that's why I didn't see it. I feel happier about that. Irby, hi to Irby. So out of curiosity, team, I know some of you are really good at this. What is the number one tracked flight on Flight Radar 24 at the minute? It looks like Eastern have delayed till 2:45, as that's 15 minutes from now. We'll stick it out, I think. Yeah, Rob, I've seen Dazzler's post. I don't know if we've crossed in the post, so to speak. I've done the shout out. Right, Jonathan McD, diverted Leeds flight, roger that. You had the best of all worlds, Hammy. Best of all worlds. Yeah, that's no surprise, I suppose, really. Thinking about it, Lloyd, 9 of the top 10 are UK and Ireland. Awesome when you think about it. Definitely not a day for anxious flyers. No worries, Rob. Usually I didn't say it. Never mind whether it's been heard or not. But no, I remembered singing that one out. Crikey, only 20 more likes needed for 500. That's bonkers, isn't it? Bonkers. Good afternoon, Akira Cat 13 Dreamweaver. Ooh, the countdown is on to 500. 7 more needed, says Gary Fleming. 3, says Rab. I'll get ready with the fireworks. It's a long time since we've been north of 500 likes. And of course, folks, we are live from Edinburgh this Sunday, so the thumbnail will be out for that. Red weather storms notwithstanding, but if it's a more regular day, we shall be at Edinburgh. So do look out for us. Hit that notification bell. 500 up. Thank you, Rab. Well done, team. 504 says Trevor. Awesome. Fireworks, here we go. HGC has set us going. Fantastic effort. No, I think you're right, Hammy. We are small. And it makes moments like this all the more delicious for it. Dazzler P, I think somebody said in the chat 3:30, but not 100% sure. DB Bassman, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I'm sorry I missed your milestone moment. However, I've just seen that super chat land. And I'm going to move for the fireworks now. Good afternoon, SE Aviation. Akira Cat 13, superb, gifting a membership to the channel. Oops, thought the tripod was about to move there. The wind got up, but nothing moved. Right, Akira Cat 13, Dreamweaver, fireworks are for you. And that went to Gravy Lad TV. Welcome aboard. Oh, while I think about it, Rab, have Virgin Media sorted you out now? After the last Edinburgh show, I was driving home and thinking about the trouble that you were having. Oh, you know the type of thing with the adverts, talking about how bulletproof their broadband is, ultra fast speeds, glitchless. It'd have had you seething. Crikey, that don't sound great. Sideways rain with Hammy, and probably many of you actually in the show. You see, it's only spat with rain at different points. It's been a easy stream in that sense. I think if it had rained proper, it would have been a bit more challenging. Well, at least you got some money, Rab. I mean, don't get me wrong, I bet the amount of effort you put in, you probably deserve double that and more. But I can't be doing with it when you get providers trying to shirk out of poor service. Good afternoon, Melody. How are you keeping, Melody? LW-8, good afternoon to you. I'm worried about your ferry crossing tomorrow, although to be fair, perhaps it won't be as lively as it is today. Okay folks, we are literally waiting for two things, I guess. We've got Eastern Airways on their way out, and they were supposed to be pushing, or are supposed to be pushing back in the next 7 minutes, and I think we'll also get the Ryanair inbound. Be nice to finish with a landing, wouldn't it? And that is due in at 3:05. If it gets in, it will be the first Ryanair that has managed to land here today. The two previous attempts with flights from Faro and Dublin both coming to naught. So the inbound Ryanair from Lanzarote is looking solid at 3:05. My camcorder has got 28 minutes on it, which kind of means we've got enough. I've got a spare battery as well, so I'll just change if I have to. I'd not bothered trickle charging today because I didn't think we'd be running as long as we have, to be fair. So I've travelled light. See if we can squeak the pips out of what we got. What's the winds like in Belgium at the minute, Nell? Let's have a look. You're worried too. Crossing the North Sea on a Monday. Yeah. But is it windy at the minute? Have you got anything like this? Storm Éowyn. It's certainly giving Scotland a battering and a half. I'm definitely thinking, and Rab and Les will chuckle at this because we were exchanging emails yesterday, how close I came to wanting to do Edinburgh. Eyes bigger than my belly, I think, as it goes. Flight cancellations took care of the final decision, but to be honest, it sounds way too leery. So Nell says fair amount of rain, but not much wind. Well, that's not too bad, is it? Unless you're out in it. Country City. I'm a lesser known stream as well, so I don't tend to do live promos for channels I don't know anything about, but we're small as well, incredibly small. Hello to Adventures of Sinclair. Robert D, I think I'll be having my fish and chips at 1700 hours. That is definitely what I've got in my mind. I gotta be honest, Rob. You put me off in increments, didn't you? It was like a game of poker. I'll see you and I'll raise you. Glenn Miller, good afternoon. Tell you what, it's even wobbling the pole. All right, is that the case, Les? Edinburgh closed till at least 5 o'clock local time. There must be quite a few folks who are incredibly anxious, who've got evening flights, wondering whether they're going to go or not. I think the UK airlines have cancelled so many flights, they'll not be bedeviled too much by planes in the wrong places and all that kind of malarkey. Right, Eastern Airways is transponding the KLM flight back to Amsterdam Schiphol. Is showing signs of life. In fact, it's pushing and turning, I think. Trouble is, the Embraer 190 is a fairly low slung plane, but look, there you go. So that's going to be the final departure of the show. Good afternoon, Turtle. Bit blowy indeed. Thank you, Robert D. The Lanzarote flight has just passed Liverpool. So what do you reckon that? 20 minutes away? So as always, folks, gentle plea on likes. If you've yet to share a like with us, it'd be fantastic if you could. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, We'd love to have you with us. And of course, likes and subs entirely free, but really do help small channels an absolute truckload. Exactly the point really I think that Country City was making in the chat earlier on. And by all means, check out Country City and see if it's something that you like. Anyway, back to me on the channel. So yeah, please do give us that support. We're a small channel and you really do need everything going for you when it comes to the way you get promoted by YouTube, and likes go a long way. $530 likes up, thank you Linda Cooper. Can we get 550 by show close, I wonder? That would be awesome. So let's just pivot to the left. We're moving. It kind of feels like we've been here before. I was just doing donuts. I'll tell you what folks, when it comes to taking the kit down, I don't know where to start. I don't mean I don't know how to take the kit down, but I'm absolutely stiff as a board. Well, I see that our inbound Ryanair from Lanzarote is 17 minutes away, just working its way up to Middlesbrough. That will be the final plane of the show. Good afternoon, Mark Pride. How you doing, Mark? Jeez. Okay, that was the final departure of the show. Got 16 minutes on the battery, which should do us proud for the inbound Ryanair. Definitely Rob H, definitely. I'm too intrigued. I mean, let's be honest, so far Ryanair haven't put a plane in. I want to see how it finishes. So I've got 16 minutes on this battery, and then if we have to do a battery change, been a long time since we've done that kind of thing, we will. Thanks Rab as well for dealing with the idiot comment. In fact, I'll have a quick check that everything else is tickety-boo. Yeah, Richard Brown, clear off somewhere else, my friend. If you can't behave yourself, you're just not right for this community. How you feeling, Dopey Gorp, anyway? Just checking you're not overdoing it. Same with LW. Both superstar mods, very much under the weather. Don't worry, Rab. Somehow we'll find the juice. We'll find the juice. It's if it goes around, it'll get interesting. At the minute, it's not a top 10 tracked plane, which probably suggests there's a lot more juicy stuff somewhere else. But certainly, I suspect interest in it will pick up in the next few minutes. 10 minutes it says on my flight radar. My camcorder says 13 minutes on the battery. Crikey, it's been ages since we've run a show to black. blimey, only 40 more likes for 600. Come on team, let's do it. Let's see if we can do it. I didn't think that was possible at all, at all. But yeah, I was saying earlier in the show, I think we've only been north of 500 once, twice now with today. But yeah, 600 would be just awesome. So if you've yet to hit the like button, please do. It goes a long way. Hopefully you're enjoying what you see. I know at the minute there's nothing moving, but there will be. Big DC is in the house. Good afternoon. It's been interesting, Big DC. It really has. The action has been good. The only thing is, with flight cancellations, there's been less planes than we would have hoped for, but that just tells you the conditions, and I think airlines determined to make sure that they don't end up with planes in the wrong places and so forth. Audrey. John has technically failed really, because it's, I think, page 7 in the husband's manual that no matter what your wife has done at the hairdressers, you always say your hair looks nice, because Mrs. PSA sometimes will say, why, what have I had done? And then it gets trickier. But yeah, always looks nice. Oh God, that looks nice, dear. Oh yes, that really suits you. Hi to Phil Lee. Excuse me, I've got a cough there. Phil Lee. When you talk, you end up ingesting stuff. Oh dear, poor old Audrey. Anyway, Audrey, did it look like you'd been on a fright night or something? I must admit, I gave up trying to wear my peak cap way before we went live. I'm just in a balaclava. At least that can't get blown off my head. Hello to Keith Locke. How you doing? Glad you're enjoying the show, Keith. We are live Edinburgh on Sunday, so please do hit that notification bell. You'll love it there if you've not tried it before. Right, final plane of the show is on its way. It's on its way. Just crossing the coast north of Sunderland. There's a Gulfstream G650ER tracked number 10 worldwide, NA to NA. Anyone got any thoughts on that? Lloyd, are you still in the show? But you've got a thought on it or a theory. Gators 1970, hello to you. Tenerife tomorrow with Jet2. I say lucky old you. Definitely. I can have a piece of that. Have a cracking time. Now I've got a decision to make. Tablets run out of juice. Belt and braces this show. Nearly out of juice. Yeah, you're right, Nick Gray. That Ryanair inbound has escalated to number 3 on Flight Radar 24, currently tracked by 1,232 people. Hey up, Simon Smith. Just see you in the chat. I just realised, yeah, you're Simon. Sorry folks, you wonder what I'm raving on about. But I know Simon, he works in the ATC there, up at Aberdeen. Not as bad as expected. Hope you're keeping well. It only dawned on me when I saw Abby Garvey waving to you, Simon, in the chat. Oh, my brain's froze. Anyway, hope you're keeping well. Crikey, we're zooming in on 600 likes, 16 more, unbelievable. And Ryanair now number 2 worldwide. What do you reckon? What's the consensus in the chat? Is the pilot going to get it down? His 2 colleagues didn't manage that feat earlier on, but of course the conditions are constantly fluctuating. No 2 landings are going to be the same. Wind is pretty strong, I reckon. Let's say hello to D-Sparkle Bazinga. Hello to you. Right, I'm just going to have to do something else with the power, I think. It's like an episode of Star Trek. Scotty saying, "Can I give it no more, Captain?" And the captain says, "Tie in the impulse power." So that's it. We're all in now. Auxiliaries, impulse power, my tablets out. So let's just... So I do apologise if I'm missing anything in the chat. In fact, let's try something. Let's use the phone. Just see if I can find my own channel on YouTube. Okay, I can see the final plane of the show. 10 more likes for 600, says Gary Fleming. We're racing to get 600 before this plane comes in. Let's refresh the view. You've been superb company this afternoon. As you might expect, it's been a little bit tricky trackside here, so I have kind of tripped over a little bit, but thank you so much for supporting me. I've got 7% left on my encoder, so let's just hope this doesn't become a go around situation. $600 is up. Thank you, Sue Cornder, and everybody else that has said 600 up. HGC, Simon E, Rab H, Yorkshire Biker, Quick Peel of Fireworks. And of course, if you fancy supporting us going forward and you're not already subscribed to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button. We are on the road to our first 10,000 subscribers. We'll obviously not get that today, but general point, every step forward is a step forward. Major milestone. Well, there's the plane. Rab H gifted 5 memberships. I've just spotted that, and somebody else has supered us as well. Les Donaldson, thank you so much both. Let's do the fireworks for Rab. And for Les. What a finale. He meant to get that down, or he or she. Well done. Scottish Linda, another friend that's done too much for us today, gifting 5 memberships. God love you. Let's do the fireworks. Don't know what to say, team. Love you all to bits. Good afternoon, Tony Rivers. Honestly, you guys are just fabulous. Fabulous. I'm gonna run out of juice, I think, any second. So if you lose me, I love you all to bits. Just know that. Thank you, moderators team. Hang on a minute. I'm not sure if I'm missing other stuff here. So if I've missed anything else, Nick Gray, gifting 5 memberships. Fireworks for Nick. Jeez. Uh-oh. It's all going wrong. 1%. I'm probably going to be out of juice. Who else has gifted? I don't know, these are Hammy's original 5. Grab, no, I think I'm okay. Heart's pounding. So, yes, Sunday at Edinburgh, live from 8:15. Thumbnail will be going out later. Would love to see you all then. Hopefully the weather will be a little bit more civilised. I'm literally on 0% on the encoder, so I believe this is about to die on us. Talk about leaving nothing on the table. So this is Mark, signing off from Newcastle, it looks like. We'll see if we can follow the plane to the gate. Right, I thought I will shut it now actually, because I don't want to glitch the box. See you Sunday. Wow.